You're in Braves country. Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
adventures in time and space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
Good evening, Braves Country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call. Yeah. Roll call.
You're in Braves Country.
All right, we're just going to hit up the folks that have chimed in the last half hour because I'm sure a lot of y'all went to bed. Good to see you. I know Shay and Robert are in here. They've been in and out of the chat all night long, along with Hellion. So good to see y'all. And thanks for y'all keeping up with it. Well, I got a lot of stuff done from the production side, so it was good to get some of that done. SS Dubs in the chat. I'm assuming Edward Spry, maybe even the Goats listening from work. You never know. Grateful is in here. Kyle. Chris Townsend. Good to see you. Notice the local broadcast gave up, and they are they said kiss it, man. We are heading to another ball game, so give me a second. I gotta wind this in. Hopefully the 3D is ready to roll. Once we get it loaded up, I'm gonna put it in there for y'all. I'm just waiting for the screen to load. It's taking a while, and I'm sure there's all kinds of issues. And yeah, it still hasn't loaded. But anyhow, if you're in the chat, jump in and say hi, and we'll holler at you. Justin Green, Chris Townsend, Ethan Taylor, Brian Smith. Good to see you. David M. Cumber, as Spencer Schwellenbach is firing his last warm-up. Pitches. Braves are wearing their City Connect. Number 56, Schwellenbach, looks to be just about set. He throws a 6-pitch mix. We'll go over them as game goes along. With the four-seam, the splitter, the cutter, the curve, you'll see that quite a bit. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. See if we can load this screen now to try it again. I might have to wait. Here we go. So I will open it up on your end. Shohei Ohtani will be leading things off. Dodgers wearing their road grays, Los Angeles across the chest in blue. Blue ball caps interlocking. White LA on the cap, representing Los Angeles. And yes, sir, it is baseball time at Braves country. First pitch on the way is a fastball right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-1. Swing, fouls it straight back, 94. Top shelf. Sizzles it back to the backstop. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Braves nothing, Dodgers nothing. We're just getting going. If you're just joining us, we had quite the lengthy rain delay. The 0-2 swung on and dragged, foul down the first base side. So an 0-2 count to Ohtani. Braves lost last night's game 2-1. They were able to keep Ohtani in check. We'll see what they do tonight. The 0-2 swing, fouls it straight back. The 0-2, Mookie Betts looms on deck. Here's the pitch from Schwellenbach in the dirt. Try to get him to chase that curveball. 1-2. A lot of games in the books, obviously, as this game first pitch was 10:20 p.m. tonight. The 1-2 swing. That ball sizzled into center field. Down for a base hit. And Ohtani's on base for the first time this series to lead off the top of the first here in inning number 1. Game number 2. Dodgers won the first one 2-1. Grant Holmes, if you missed that game, had a heck of a start. Just did not get any kind of help offensively. Mookie Betts digs in. First pitch is a four-seam fastball. 97 right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Mookie. They're going to flip it over first, keep Ohtani close by. That was pretty close, honestly. Mookie's batting .259 on the year. The 0-1. Slider down and away. It's 1-1. Good take by Betts. You'll see a four-seam fastball at 32% of the time for Schwellenbach. That's his bread and butter, the 1-1. Slider down and away. 2-1. The next pitch that he throws most often is that slider. Comes in at about 20% of the time. Splitter at 15% and the sinker curve at 12% each. The 2-1 right there, four-seam fastball, P at the knees on the outer edge, 2-2. And he does have a cutter. He'll sprinkle that in at 10%. So he doesn't really have one of those pitches that's just there to keep you off balance. He uses them all pretty regularly. The 2-2 swing, slaps it over to right side of the infield. Olsen has it. He'll fire it over to second. Ozzie delivers it back to Olsen. A bad throw. Olsen can't dig it out of the dirt. You'll have one on and one out. Ohtani is out, the lead runner. If you're watching at home, they originally had him safe, but he was out. You can't assume the double play, so no error. So if you're scoring at home, it's a 3 to 4 put out. Fielder's choice for Betts. First pitch on the way to Freddie Freeman is right inside. Should have been a strike. It's 1-0. Looked like it slapped the inner side. Ryan Wills, your home plate umpire tonight. The 1-0. Cutter misses in. 2-0. Your first base umpire is Ryan Additon. Second base, Lance Barksdale. And down the third base line, it's Will Little. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 97 miles an hour. He's bringing it. 2-1. The 2-1 count. Right there at the knees. Good pitch. 98 miles an hour. Schwellenbach absolutely bringing it. The 2-2. Schwelly comes set. Swing at the curveball. Drags it foul. Do it again to it. The 2-2. Swing. Lifts it into right center field. Coming over, making the running catch is Eli White. He'll fire it back into the infield, and it's F9 in your scorecard. If you're wondering on that play why Harris gave way, it's better to have the right fielder make that catch because his momentum is carrying him to second base. They were both there at the same time. Not much of a difference because Mookie went about a third of the way, so he was going to have to come back to tag regardless. That'll bring Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. It's 0-1. We'll put the action cam over here as Ohtani's bouncing back and forth. He may go. The 0-1. Right there, slider slapping the knee on the outer edge. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Righty. Comes set. Time is called. Man, that was a late time given by home plate umpire Ryan Wills. Usually, home plate umpire will tell you to go screw you. He's not giving it to you. That was really late. Speaking of really late, good evening to all you folks in Braves country. If you're east of the Mississippi, you are probably tired as I am. The 0-2. Come on. Slider at the knees. That pitch was right there. Wills did not budge. 1-2. Schwellenbach, his 21st pitch of the night. Pitch on the way. Swing. Rattles it foul backwards. Braves nothing, Dodgers nothing. We'll have the top of the order due up after this. The 1-2. Swing, chops it foul. Back behind home plate. If you're wondering about the Braves lineup, we did not do lineups tonight because of the weird start. We'll finish up the Dodgers lineup here in 1 second, then go to the Braves. It's Hernandez, and then he'll be followed by Smith, Muncy, Paez, Conforto, and Taylor's at second base, not Rojas. Other than that, it's pretty much the same from last night for the Dodgers. So home plate umpire Ryan Wills dusts off home plate, giving Smurf a couple extra seconds to rub off that foul tip that hit his arm. The 1-2. Schwellenbach delivers. Inside. Check swing went around. Pitch was probably going to hit him. He got bailed out by Hernandez, already deciding to swing as the ball drifted in. Looked like it was his curveball, and it didn't curve. It would have hit him. Instead, we got bailed out by a check swing foul. The 1-2. Schwellenbach deals it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the slider. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Some people are like old TVs. They need to be slapped a few times to get the picture.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Mark Lemke played for 11 seasons and had 3,664 career regular season plate appearances. You may be asking yourself, what is crazy about that? In his entire career, he was never hit by a pitch. Lemke also had 257 career postseason plate appearances, and you guessed it, he was never hit by a pitch.
In 1910, Ty Cobb was locked in a fierce battle with Napoleon Lajoie of the Cleveland Indians for the batting championship of the American League. The hugely popular Lajoie had led the league in batting twice before and was considered the greatest second baseman in the game. The Chalmers Motor Company had offered a new car to the man who won the title. Cobb wanted that car, but he was so detested by those who played against him that when he and Lajoie were neck and neck for the title at the very end of the season, the manager of the St. Louis Browns, just to spite Cobb, ordered his third baseman to play so deep that Lajoie got 6 bunt singles in a row. The manager was found out and fired. Cobb ended up winning the title by a single percentage point. Years later, it was discovered that in fact Lajoie should have won. Cobb's average had been inflated by counting 1 game twice, but both men got cars. It would be the first of 10 cars Cobb would receive over his career.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Alex Verdugo is going to lead us off, followed by Riley, Ozuna, Olson, Smurf, Ozzie, Harris, and Eli. Allen will be batting ninth. Roki Sasaki comes in with an 0-1 record and a 3.55 ERA. He was the big free agent grab in the international pool during this offseason. First pitch from the rookie, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Right there on the outer edge, it's 0-1. Sasaki, as far as his repertoire, the 0-1, splitter misses, 1-1. What they have him listed for is just a 3-pitch mix. A 4-seam fastball. I don't know what happened here. We lost the feed. Pitch on the way, swung on, lifted into left field. And they have screwed something up. You're going to have to give me a minute because they have screwed something up on the... Here we go. Apologize. Someone at probably the Braves Network screwed something up there. 1 down, and Austin Riley swings at the first pitch. He's going to bang it down the third base line. It's going to stay fair. It's going to be a swing and bunt, an infield single by Riley. What you missed on the last play was Verdugo flew out to left field. Somebody hit the wrong button there in the Atlanta studio, and they sent us to the Baltimore broadcast, the Baltimore Kansas City broadcast, but it's back right. Back to Sasaki's got a 3-pitch mix. A 4-seam fastball comes in half the time at 51%. A splitter at 31%. It's the first pitch on the way to Ozuna. Is 96 at the knees. It's 0-1. And then a slider at 18%. That's it. That's what he's got. But he's a young pitcher, 23 years old, out of Japan. So he's not fully developed as far as his repertoire yet. The 0-1, 97. Misses high and inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Riley standing at first. Infield is back into the left. 1-1. Nice slider right there at the knees. 1-2. I did his first game in the Tokyo series, but have not seen him pitch much since. But what I read on his scouting report is the 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. The pitches he does have, that splitter, slider, and 4-seamer. It's the 4-seamer and the slider that are probably the most developed. But all in all, he's got 3 really good pitches. The 2-2. They set up out wide. Fastball, caught looking strike 3. 96, top of the zone. Ozuna doesn't like it. Did look like it hit probably the very top of the zone, 2 away. One of those pitches that you might have wanted to call, but at the same token, with 2 strikes, you got to swing. So 2 down. Good to see you, James and B.A. and Jennifer. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1. Mark, Ricky, Ricardo, good to see him. Sure, Charles. Yeah, there's Charles Fritz. Good to see you. Bugs is in here. Tim. Who else do we have? The 0-1. Splitter down and away. 1-1. What you can expect from a Sasaki start is they normally want him to go through the lineup about twice, and then they usually have a quick trigger finger if he's not doing well that 3rd time through the lineup. The 1-1 splitter is in the dirt. Ball 2-1. 2-1 count. Tell you one thing I do not miss is these Fox broadcasts with the goofy camera angles and everything else you got to put up with. The 2-1 to Olson is swung on and lifted down the line, fouling out of play. So you got a 2-2 count, bottom of the 1st. Righty-lefty matchup. Of course, with the Dodgers being on, they will be in their dugout all game long. The 2-2, outside wide, ball 3-2. Braves nothing, Dodgers nothing. Sasaki at 14 pitches. A full count to Olson. Our only run last night was him going yard, left center field. Runner goes. Pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So Olson head down to first. That'll bring Sean Murphy to the plate. He's batting .234 on the year. First pitch on the way. Righty-righty. Fastball down the pipe. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Smurf digs in. The pitch. Bender. Slider misses just inside. And I mean just inside. 1-1. The 1-1 count. 93 inside. 1-2. The 1-2. Sasaki brings it down in 2-2. So Deuces wild here in the bottom of the first. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Sasaki caught looking, strike 3. 2 guys already with backward Ks. Got to swing the bet, son. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Tell me what you hear the sentence as being.
Okay.
People that walk in the middle of a parking lot, like right down the middle, are wild to me. And then you turn around and you're like, oh, I had no idea there was a car behind me in the middle of a parking lot. Must suck to suck. There's way too many people outside.
You know that there was an illegal gambling operation going on just down the street from where you live?
No. It was illegal. What that's that? I ain't heard nothing about that.
Armchair.
Cheating on me? That's easy. But trying to stop your car with no brake pads ain't.
The Steve Bartman incident was a very controversial play in which Bartman accidentally prevented a Cubs outfielder from catching a ball, which then spiraled into the Cubs losing the game and eventually the championship series. Cubs fans were livid with Bartman, but the actual Cubs team was apologetic. In fact, after winning it all in 2016, the Cubs decided to give Bartman a World Series ring.
They should have x-rayed your head at the hospital. They did. And for your information, they found nothing.
On November 13th, 1911, John Jordan O'Neill, who would one day become one of baseball's greatest ambassadors, was born in the Gulf Coast port town of Carabel, Florida, the grandson of a slave.
Every town had a baseball team. In my town, Carabel, they had a little local baseball team, and my father played on the baseball team. It was only 4 high schools in the state of Florida. Black kid could attend. So just elementary education. Well, so I've got to go to the Sarah field. And in that Sarah field, I was a box boy. I'm sitting behind the boxes one day, and it was hot in Florida, and I was sweaty, and that muck was, I'm itching, and I said, damn, it's got to be something better than this.
Welcome back. Breaks in between innings are a little longer on the Fox games, and on the ESPN games, which is tomorrow night, so keep that in mind. But they'll be the first ones complaining about the games take too long. That's a good figure. Anyways, 0-0 your score. I don't know what Tim Hires has to do with these Braves batters, but he's got to do something. We brought in to score some runs. First pitch on the way, 95 at the knees to Will Smith. It's 0-1. Good to see you, Gary McCoy, the real McCoy. The 0-1 misses outside wide, 1-1. Pretty sure I already said hi to Mark Ricky Ricardo. There's pushing buttons and Ryan Nielsen. 1-1, swing, lifts it. High into right field. Is that going? It's off the wall. Harris is going to play it off the hop. And it's going to be a leadoff double for the Dodgers. See, they're still doing that weird sachet that they do. So 1 on, nobody out. That ball missed a home run by just a few inches off the top. It kept carrying. I was starting to think that was going to leave the building. So 1 on, nobody out. First pitch on the way to Max Muncy is a check swing foul. It's 0-1. Thank you for the contribution, Mr. Hagan. Swing and a miss. Right down Main Street, it's 0-2. Hellion with the gifting of the membership. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Did that ball get him? Looked like it did. Yep, he's going to head down to first. So an errant throw by Schwellenbach got him in the ankles. He had Muncie right where he wanted him, and he instead hits him in the ankle. Now we got a big problems. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Man, did the ball hit him? Taking another look at that replay, I just assumed that it did. He got his pant leg as he was skipping out of the way. So I don't think it actually hit him. Because if that ball gets him where it hit his pant leg, he's going to be hopping around because that went right into his shin. But he was very fortunate that it only got his pant leg. First pitch on the way to Paez is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Andy Paez, batting 283, the center fielder, righty-righty matchup. P at the knees, 94 miles an hour. 1-1. Standing on deck for the Dodgers is Michael Conforto. Around the infield, it was just like last night for the Braves. Riley to Allen to Ozzie to Olson. 1-1 down and in, 2-1. Smurf is behind home plate. In the outfield, left to right, it's Verdugo, Harris, and Eli. 2-1 count. Schwellenbach in a heck of a mess here in the second. The pitch. Swing, lifts it high, deep, but out of play. 2-2. We'll go ahead and switch it to I think a lot of people like the action cam when there's folks on base. I apologize if I can't keep up with it 1,000% of the time. I'm the only one here, and I have to hit 9 different buttons along with that one now. The infield is back into the left, the 2-2. Splitter in the dirt, full count. Well, full count, big pitch here for Schwellenbach. You don't want to load the bases with nobody out. You also don't want to just lay one in there. The payoff pitch to Paez. Number 44 digs in. The pitch. Swing, lifts it high into center field. Coming over, making the play is Harris. He'll fire it back into the infield. On the move will be Will Smith. He'll tag and go second to third. Runners on the corners, 1 out. You do get the out, and a double play can now get you out of the inning, but you do move a man into scoring position. With less than 2 outs. Conforto batting 152 on the year. Standing on deck is Taylor. If you keep the line moving, it'll be Shohei Ohtani. So you want to end it here. Righty-lefty. First pitch. Curveball way outside. Pitch out territory. It's 1-0. Schwellenbach, by the way, is already up to 37 pitches. 1-0. Splitter in the dirt. Ball 2-0. So 2-0 count. Smurf calling a couple nibble pitches to start this at bat. Missed them both. He sets up outside wide now, the 2-0. Swung on, chops it over towards short. It's going to be a 6-4. Allen should have scooped that and ran and tagged the bag. That was a bad play by Allen. No way Ozzie's going to be able to turn and get the outfielder busting it down the line. So it's a 1-0 score. Dodgers put the first run on the board again tonight. He's going to have time to run over there and tag the bag. He's got a lot better chance of getting the runner at first because his momentum's carrying him there. Not saying that he's going to get him, but he should have taken the play. First pitch on the way to Chris Taylor is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. Chris Taylor, if you remember, Had 3 home runs against the Braves in one game back in the 2021 NLCS out in Los Angeles. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. He has been with the Dodgers for quite some time. Good to see you, Billy Goat. Norman. The 0-2. Schwellenbach comes set, brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the 97 up top, and that'll end the inning. Could have been a lot worse. We'll take it. 1-0 your score. We go to the bottom of the second. Time to put some runs of our own up top.
I think I have Alzheimer's because I can't remember when I asked you for your opinion.
Crazy stats. Lou Gehrig hit his first career home run on September 27th, 1923. He hit his final home run on September 27th, 1938. In total, he hit 5 home runs on September 27th. 2 of those came off of Hall of Famer Lefty Grove in 1931 and 1933.
She said, "This is the definition of the female gaze."
What? Like lesbians, dude?
The female gaze.
No, they're called lesbians.
No, the female gaze.
But I'm not just saying that. Like they prefer to be called lesbians, dude.
The female gaze, what? Like with your eyes. You gaze with your eyes.
I have gay eyes? Do I have?
It's almost not even worth it.
No, dude, oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, me, dude. You're the one that don't know the word lesbians.
I know the word lesbian, dude. I mean, like, to see. Like,
they don't see different, dude. I'm
done.
telling you, they don't see any different, though.
I'm done.
I've done the research, dude. I've watched, like, a ton of footage.
Though Ty Cobb and the Washington Senators star pitcher Walter Johnson were the decade's greatest players, a host of other stars vied for an adoring public's attention. Tris Speaker was Harry Hooper's teammate, the Boston Red Sox regal center fielder. A former rodeo cowboy whose fans called him the Gray Eagle, he transformed outfield play. He played so shallow that he often recorded unassisted double plays at second base. He threw out a record 35 American League base runners in a single season twice. During a slump in 1910, he was asked by his manager to give up his cherished third spot in the batting order. "Like hell I will," he said, and ended the season the Red Sox best hitter.
Welcome back. Ozzie Albies leads us off. First pitch on the way. It's right down the pipe on the intercut. It's 0-1. The 0-1 kicks and fires. 84 off the edge. 1-1. Braves trail 1-0 just like last night. Dodgers get an early run. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, 2-1. You like to see the Braves scrap back and get a run or so. Here in the early going is the 2-1 pitch to Ozzie. Swing rips it down the first base line, but foul. Evens up that count at 2-2. Two-two count. Sasaki kicks and fires. Swing, chops it just in front of home plate. Rolls foul. Infield is back and to the right. Playing the whiz to pull. The 2-2 to Ozzie. Splitter misses outside. 3-2. So you got a full count here. Michael Harris II is standing on deck, waiting for his first at bat versus Sasaki, the payoff pitch. Swing, rips it into center field, and that's through for a base hit. We'll take that.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Liz. I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
Second hit of the night for your Atlanta Braves. First one was a swinging bunt by Riley, so that's the first one to reach the outfield. Michael Harris, the second, will dig in. Righty-lefty. First pitch. 93, four-seam fastball right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Not to belittle the fact that he hit just as a three-pitch mix, because they are three good pitches, but is he 0-1? Misses high. 1-1. If you want to start sitting on something, you've got a lot better chance if a guy only has three pitches. That's why typically a guy with three pitches ends up in the bullpen, but he was a big signing. I do think that's where he ends up by the end of the year going towards the postseason. They want to get him experience now. The 1-1 misses outside 2-1. It's not like the Dodgers are in danger of not making the playoffs, so they're going to give him as much of a leash as they can to see what he's got. 2-1 to Harris, and he's pitched well so far. They'll flip it over there to first. You're a rookie in Major League Baseball, and with all the pressure he's got on him, and he's got an ERA well under 4, it's not too shabby going into May. The 2-1 lifts the yellow glove and brings it in the dirt, and there goes Ozzie, and he's got himself a stolen base. So how about that? Ozzie Albies takes off like a bat out of hell. He'll perch himself at second. Good jump by Ozzie. And picked a perfect pitch to go on, the bender in the dirt. Tough throw for Will Smith. He made a pretty close throw, everything considering. The 3-1 to Harris. Swing, slaps it over to third. An atom ball right at Max Muncy. One away. He chased one just a bit off the plate, but 9 times out of 10, that ends up down the third base line. That ball just stayed straight. Typically, a slap like that, it curves, but it went straight to Muncy. So 1 down, and that'll bring the Book of Eli to the plate. First pitch, inside, misses. Slider, it's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup, Book of Eli with a 909 OPS. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 95 right down the pipe. Four-seam fastball, it's 1-1. One on, one out. The 1-1 went with the slider again inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Good to see you, Denny and Willis. The 2-1. Sasaki looking over his shoulder. He'll fire it over to second, see if he can keep. He's wanting to see if he can catch Ozzie Albies' his hand in the cookie jar, but he was back in plenty of time. Base hit should tie this game. Eli White with the 2-1 count. Standing on deck is Nick Allen. The 2-1. 95 at the knees. 2-2. Good four-seam fastball. The 2-2. Sasaki. Swing, slaps it down the right field line. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. 1 run will score, and the game is tied. Eli White is booking around second, heading to third, and it's an RBI triple for the Book of Eli. They tried to go with the slider on the outer edge, and he slapped it, much like what Harris did in his at-bat. Didn't try to do too much, went with the pitch and punched it down the right field line Hernandez had a hard time for the ball getting out, but I don't think they'll give him an error. That was just fighting the corners there deep into right field. So the go-ahead run stands at third. First pitch to Nick Allen is a slider well inside. I should have stuck his chicken wing out there and head on down to first. It's 1-0. Infield is in on the grass, just before the grass. 1-0. 94 outside wide. Ball 2-0. If you remember the new rules that were implemented in Major League Baseball a few years ago with these shifts, you can come to the grass, but is the 2-0 swing, fouls it away. Jammed him with 93 on the hands. Part of your feet have to stay on the clay, on the dirt in the infield. The 2-1 pitch, swing, hammers it over to third. Another atom ball to Muncy. Muncy with the 5-3 putout, 2 down. That's just some bad luck because he is an Achilles heel when it comes to his glove. But he's had 2 balls hit hard, but right at him, where he didn't have to do too much to make the play. So 2 outs and the infield will play back. Now Alex Verdugo as the lineup flips over. Base hit or a wild pitch would take the lead. First pitch is 94 up top. Top shelf for a strike. It's 0-1. Braves 1, Dodgers 1, bottom 2. Sasaki's 43rd pitch. 94. Just outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Infield is back and to the right, playing him to pull. The 1-1. Slider misses. Well off the plate. Ball 2, 2-1. Austin Riley stands on deck. Braves have had 3 hits so far. The 2-1 swing, pops it into center field, but not deep enough. Making the catch is Mookie Betts at short, and that'll end the inning. But I feel your Atlanta Braves tie it up. We head to the top of the third, 1-1 in Atlanta.
Oh my God, you smell like weed. Oh well, you smell like your husband left you for a younger woman, Carol. Shut the up.
Welcome to a day in the life of an umpire in the late 1800s. Many were ex-ball players with little to no prior experience. One umpire presided over a game, and that one umpire worked the entire homestand. They would stand behind the catcher until someone got on base. Once someone got on, they would move behind the pitcher and call balls and strikes from there. They were often responsible for many things at once, making sure runners touch bases, keeping an eye on the ball, and calling close plays. Sometimes all at the same time. It wasn't until 1885, 9 years after the first professional umpire, before they began wearing chest protectors for the first time. They were paid $5 by the home team per game. The home team chose the umpires from a list of 5 names submitted by the visiting club. Umpires were routinely spiked, kicked, cursed, and spat on by players, while fans hurled debris at them from the stands. Despite there being no dress code, they often wore a top hat, a Prince Albert coat, and a cane. There was a high turnover rate due to low pay and poor working conditions.
Question 2. Who would you rather spend the night with? A, your wife, or B?
B.
Kirk Gibson walking off Game 1 of the 1988 World Series is one of the most iconic home runs of all time. Despite how famous the play is, nobody knows where the home run ball itself is located. The bat, helmet, and jersey from that moment are all accounted for, but the ball has seemingly disappeared.
Walk around Walmart eating grapes all day, nobody says a word. I open one Miller Life, they call it law.
Eddie Collins first played in Connie Mack's celebrated $100,000 infield, but was sent to the Chicago White Sox when Mack sold off his championship team. Collins hit over .340 for 10 seasons and played second base with such cheerful confidence in his own skills that opponents and teammates alike called him Cocky Collins.
Schwellenbach goes back to work. Shohei Ohtani, the batter, first pitch swinging, blasts it deep into center field. She gone. Dead center. It was a hanging bender. 79-mile-an-hour pitch. Might as well have just put that one on a tee. And the Dodgers have retaken the lead. It's 2-1. He does not miss those pitches. Curveball about knee high, well, just above the knees. I think they thought they were going to sneak one by them. Bad pitch selection by Smurf. It's 2-1. And a bad location by Schwellenbach for that matter. First pitch to Mookie Betts, swing and a miss. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, rips it into center field. That's down for a base hit. Back-to-back hits to start the third inning as the Dodgers keep the line moving. Man, that was a hanging curveball. They just showed the replay of that again. Nick Allen might have banged that one out of the park. It's just a cement mixer. First pitch on the way to Freddie Freeman. Right there on the outer edge. Called for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0 in the dirt, nowhere near the zone. 2-0. 2-0 count. Runner at first, nobody out. The pitch to Freeman. Misses, well below the zone. Ball 3, 3-0. Where does he go now? The 3-0 count to Freddie Freeman. Here's the pitch. Swing. Blasts it high and deep down the left field line, but fouling out of play. It's 3-1. Three-1 count. Brings it. Swing, hits it up the middle. Play is made by Riley. He'll fire it over to first. Mookie Betts came off the bag and almost got tagged. He was thinking about turning, had to slam on the brakes and dive back to second base. Ozzie and Mookie are getting a big laugh out of it because he was thinking about running to third. And Riley was winding up to throw it to second. If he would have taken one more step, he just would have smacked him on the shoulder with the ball. Runner at second, one out. Schwellenbach in another jam. First pitch. 95 well inside, misses the spot by a mile. It's 1-0. Brings it. Slider misses 2-0. 2-0 count. Schwellenbach. Pitch count way high at 52. 2-0 swung on. That ball's ripped to the infield. That's going to be a base hit, and that'll be another run. It's 3-1 Los Angeles. Schwellenbach getting battered around again. The Dodgers have taken an early 3-1 lead. He's just grabbing way too much of the plate in all these pitches. That was an easy single for Hernandez. That bender, they're going to go out there and have a quick chat with Schwellenbach. That bender, I mean, just like the one with Ohtani, was about belt high and well over the plate. All Hernandez had to do was stick the bat out there and drag it through the infield. You Dodger fans out there, the Dodgers put Tommy Edman on the IL today, 10-day IL. He's nursing a minor injury. Will Smith, the batter, he doubled his last time up. First pitch, swing and a miss. Cutter, right down the pipe. It's 0-1. The 0-1. I'm going to flip it over to first to keep Teoscar close by. Not much of a threat to go. That really wasn't much of a move, but I'll tell you what, the tag almost got him as he just kind of nonchalantly danced back over to first. The 0-1. 91 up top. Cutter. Misses high. 1-1. One count. Swing, pops it up. High into right field. Eli calling off Ozzie. He'll make the catch, 2 away. Braves trail 3-1. That's the bad news. The good news is the starting pitcher they're going against tonight isn't nearly as dominant as the one they went up against last night. So they'll have their opportunities to score. They're just going to have to take advantage of it. Max Muncy, the batter, first pitch, 96, right down the pipe. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Schwellenbach comes set. 58th of the night. 96. You'd have liked that call, but it looks like it just missed. 1-1. One count. Schwellenbach working very slow. The pitch, swing, fouls it back. 1-2. The 1-2, way outside wide, split around pitch out territory. That'll leave it up to count at 2-2. Schwellenbach just threw his 60th pitch. He's going to be hard pressed to get through 5 tonight. The 2-2. In the dirt, 3-2. Full count, so the runner at first will be going with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Runner goes nowhere near the zone. High. Ball 4. The Schwellenbach, less than impressive so far tonight. He's already given up 3 runs. 5 base hits. That's his first walk of the game. Only 2 strikeouts. And that'll bring the right-handed bat of Andy Paez. Paez, first pitch, takes it all the way. Why wouldn't you? That one was way high and inside. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Slider. 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss. Slider. Down and in. 1-2. The 1-2. Two on, two out, 2 strikes. 66th pitch of the night. High and inside. 2-2. So the Dodgers got deuces wild. They've already scored 2. They've got 2 on with a 2-2 count and 2 outs. If he misses the pitch here, they're going to be off to the races again. The 2-2. Strike 3. Got out of it finally. But out for the Dodgers, put 2 on the board. One of them, the solo blast by Shohei Ohtani. We'll be back in a flash.
So I was on my way home the other day, and I seen this homeless man. I stopped to check on him. He said, "Hey, bud, you couldn't spare a couple dollars, could you?" I opened my wallet and had $2 in. I said, "Yeah, I got $2 here," and went to hand it to him, and I stopped and I said, "Hey, I'm just curious. You gonna spend this money on alcohol, are you? Whiskey, wine, anything like that?" He said, "No, sir." I said, "I quit drinking many years ago." I was like, "Well, all right, that's good, but you ain't gonna spend it on gambling, are you? Like lottery tickets and stuff?" He said, "No, sir. I quit that gambling years ago. I'm just trying to get day by day, man. Every little bit helps." I said, "All right, well, you ain't gonna spend it on them there drugs, are you? Cocaine, marijuana, methamphetamines?" He said, "No, I give up doing the drugs too, bud." He said, "I'm just trying to get myself together." I said, all right, well, hold on. You know what? I'm going to take this $2 back home, and I'm just going to take you with me. And I'm going to get my wife cook you a hot meal." And he said, "Well, I'm much obliged, sir. I surely appreciate it." He said, "Well, why would you do that?" I said, I just want to show what happens if I was to quit drinking, lottery, and get off cocaine."
First baseman Hal Chase, Prince Hal, was charming and skilled enough to have become one of baseball's most popular stars. But he was also so unabashed about consorting with gamblers that 3 different managers accused him of throwing game, and fans took to chanting, "What's the odds?" whenever he took the field.
Chase was a great fielding and decent hitting first baseman for the New York team in the American League. He was a gambler and he ran with the gambling crowd, and he lived very well on the winnings that he got from making errors when you need to make errors. He was a scary figure. Scary because he was tolerated, scary because of what he did, scary too because in 1916, as Christy Mathewson, the great Christian gentleman, is completing his career with the Cincinnati Reds, Chase is on that team, and Chase's open vituperative scorn for somebody who lived so well and so purely was beyond ugliness.
Welcome back. Austin Riley leads us off. First pitch on the way. Right down the pipe. Called for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Rifles it foul and out of play. It's 0-2. Dodgers have given Sasaki a 3-1 lead. Braves scored a run in the second inning trying to claw their way back into this one. The 0-2. Swing, chops it foul. Austin Riley, 1 for 1 with the swinging bunt down the third base line his first time up. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 95-mile-an-hour fastball blew it right by it. Like he was standing still, one away. That'll bring Marcell Ozuna to the plate. Matt Olson stands on deck. The first pitch. Hanging slider up top for a strike. It's 0-1. not really where Sasaki was aiming for, but when you miss that high, you kind of buckle the batters. The 0-1 misses well inside one. He's been kind of all over the place with that slider. The fastball he's had pretty good command of tonight. The 1-1 swing, pops it up. High in the sky over the first base side. Freddie Freeman gives chase, but it'll bounce off the first base dugout. So 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Marcel. Inside. Splitter almost gets him. He had to dance out of the way. The 2-2. Caught looking, strike three. Second time tonight, Marcel has just choked down his bat and sent back to the dugout. He was looking for something else. He got the splitter, and it was a cement mix. That's one there. If Marcel's ready to swing, he's going to pound that ball. He must have been sitting on fastball. First pitch on the way. Slider down and in. It's 0-1. What's a little surprising about this, 0-1, in the dirt, 1-1. I don't know how long they'll have Sasaki go tonight. He has not been what you would call impressive. From what we heard in the offseason coming in about how he was going to be the elite addition, as the 1-1's fouled back. 1-2. And granted, he's still young, so he's got a long way to go. But where he is right now, his fastball is a live one, but his two secondary pitches have been kind of all over the place. 1-2, high and out of the zone, 2-2. I would think a third time through the order, these Braves hitters would really be able to tag him, but you don't know if that's how long they'll let him go. A lot of it will have to do with how long Schwellenbach can go. The 2-2, swing, chops it off the plate, foul. So Olsen down to his last strike again. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Braves trail by just 2. Here's the pitch. Swing! Rattles it foul. Two count. Infield playing back into the right. Outfield straight away. The 2-2. High and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-2. Standing on deck is Sean Murphy. Olsen walked his first time up. The payoff pitch. Down and in, ball 4. So he'll head down to first. See if Smurf can do something better than he did last time he came up after Olsen walked. Smurf, just like Ozuna, is caught looking on a backwards K. There's a fastball right down the pipe. Smurf, batting .231, leads the team with 7 home runs. First pitch. Inside, slider misses. It's 1-0. Same 2 teams tomorrow night, 7:10 first pitch. ESPN Game of the Week. The 1-0 swung on. The ball's chopped off the plate. 1-1. Tomorrow night will be Bryce Elder really feel like we got to win this game tonight. You got Bryce Elder on the mound going against the Dodgers. They've got Dustin May, who's pitched us pretty well. 1-1 count. Sasaki comes set. Here's the pitch. Inside, splitter. 2-1. Olsen at first. With 2 outs, infield back and to the left. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, chops it over to third. Should be an easy play for Muncy. It is. It's a 5-4 putout, and that'll end the inning. Braves go quietly here in the third. We go to the fourth, trailing by 2. See if Schwellenbach can get it together when we return.
Why did the old man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see that well.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
We're in place, Buford. Buford, you listening? Now get this. That's when the subcommittee had to reallocate the funds, and then
Lou Gehrig hit his first career home run on September 27, 1923. He hit his final home run on September 27, 1938. In total, he hit 5 home runs on September 27th. 2 of those came off of Hall of Famer Lefty Grove in 1931 and 1933.
One of baseball's most beloved stars was Cleveland pitcher Addie Joss. He was nicknamed the human hairpin because of his height and the exaggerated motion with which he hurled the ball. He had won 20 or more games 4 seasons in a row and was a favorite with fans and players alike. Even opposing players enjoyed hearing him harmonize with Ed Walsh of the Chicago White Sox. But Joss had a terrible secret. He was suffering from meningitis. He struggled through the 1910 season, even pitched a no-hitter without telling anyone. But he collapsed before an exhibition game the following spring. Joss died 11 days later. He was just
Welcome back. First pitch swinging. It's a quick out to start the top of the 4th inning. And that'll bring Chris Taylor, the number 9 hitter, to the plate. First pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. 0-2. Conforto grounded out to first. That's what you missed. We were having an issue with one of the screens, so we had to go to that chop. The 0-2 count. Slider misses down and away. 1-2. Standing on deck is Shohei Ohtani, who's already gone yard. The 1-2. Slices it foul. Do it again. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, 2-2. Old Goat and Helian going at it again. For the 2-2 count, Schwellenbach kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the slider. 2 away. Braves do not have another scheduled day off unless you get a rain out until Monday, May 19th. So 2 weeks from Monday. So you know they're going to be doing some moving around of the bullpen. It's the first pitch on the way to Shohei Ohtani. This time they go with the cutter. Up top for a strike, it's 0-1. And I would tend to think if it's not early, then it's late next week is when we finally see Craig Kimbrell emerge. The 0-1, down and away, 1-1. 1-1 from Schwellenbach. Splitter in the dirt. 2-1. Braves 1, Dodgers 3. Top of the fourth inning. The 2-1. Swing, rips it through the infield, and it's a 2-out single to keep the inning going for the Dodgers. Good hard hit ball by Shohei Ohtani. That'll bring Mookie Betts to the plate. I was listening to a pregame interview of Freddie Freeman during that long downtime. First pitch on the way to Mookie Betts, misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. And I'm sure some of y'all saw it where he was talking about how they've is the 1-0 down and away, 2-0. But he was bragging about how they were really building a winning culture and this and that. As opposed to just the elephant in the room, you spend more money than everybody else. 2-0 count. 3-0, nowhere near the zone. Can't give us wine and cheese about how you're really building the culture and doing it the right way in the Dodger organization. You're just throwing money at everything. The 3-0 is a 95p at the knees, 3-1. Acting as though everybody, because the way he was delivering it, he was acting as though everybody could do what the Dodgers do. No, they can't, my man. No, they can't. They're going to flip it over to first to keep Ohtani close by. He almost got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He was leaning. Schwellenbach comes set. Ohtani still leaning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Cutter down and away. It's 3-2. Freddie Freeman standing on deck. Ohtani now will be on the go. Here's the pitch. Swing, pops it up. Back out of play. Do it again. Braves 1, Dodgers 3. Full count to Betts. 2 outs. Ohtani at first. He takes off. Pitch. Swing. Rips it down the third base line. That's going to be fair, and that's going to be a run. Ohtani going to take advantage of that ball bouncing off the wall down there. By the time Verdugo can get to it, he had no chance, and it's an RBI double for Betts and the Dodgers. Another pitch where he just got way too much of the plate. Looked like he was going with that slider again. It didn't slide. Austin Riley tried to make a diving attempt there at the line, but that ball was smoked past him. First pitch on the way to Freddie Freeman is right there at the knees. It's 1-0. The base open, I would seriously consider walking Freddie to get to the right-hander. Can't really afford to give up too many more runs. 1-0. Right there inside. 1-1 count. Brings it inside, almost gets him. 94 miles an hour. Just misses him on the hip. 2-1. Pitch on the way, swung on. That ball's chopped down the third baseline. Foul. Schwellenbach, by the way, 4 innings. He's at 89 pitches. I would tend to think this is going to be his last go-around. He just, once again, has been uninspiring since the very beginning of the year. That pitch is in the dirt. Splitter misses, well of the zone, full count. So full count. Runner at second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing, lifts it into left field. It's down for a base hit. Here comes the throw from Verdugo. Throw is just going to miss Mookie running down the line. And as opposed to pitching around Freddie, they pitch to him. He slaps it into left field, and he is now standing on second base. Really got to question the philosophy there to go after who is right now arguably the best hitter in the league, top to bottom, Freddie Freeman, with a right-hander who's struggling. Now the Braves trail 5-1. Hernandez comes to the plate. Schwellenbach at 91 pitches, and he looks absolutely cooked out there. Smurf is having to go to the dugout to get a new pitch comm device. So he'll work his way back behind home plate. And buying that time, that might have been a... I don't think there's anything wrong with that pitch comm device. They were buying time to get the bullpen ready to roll. Schwellenbach, he gone. Disappointing outing once again for Schwellenbach. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. On this date, 1936, Joltin' Joe DiMaggio makes his much-anticipated Major League debut after being sidelined start of the season because of a foot injury. The 21-year-old rookie outfielder lives up to the hype. He collects 3 hits, including a triple. He scores 3 runs in the Yankees' 14-5 victory over the St. Louis Browns in New York. On this date, 1980, Willie McCovey homers for the final time, a solo shot off Scott Sanderson in the 4th inning of the Giants' 3-2 loss to the Montreal Expos at Olympic Stadium. The 42-year-old Hall of Famer, who hit the first of his 521 round trippers in 1959, joins Red Sox legend Ted Williams as the only other major leaguer to homer in 4 different decades. And on this date in 2014, the New York Mets set the record for the longest hitless streak by a major league pitching staff to start a season, when Jenry Mejia grounds out to second, making the New York Hurlers 0 for 46 since opening day. The dubious mark was previously established by the 1914 St. Louis Browns and will be extended to 64 at-bats before Jacob deGrom singles off Yankee right-hander Chase Whitley in his first Major League plate appearance. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Welcome back. Aaron Bummer comes in here in the 4th inning with only 2 outs. First pitch on the way to Teoscar Hernandez misses down the way. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup, the 1-0. Curveball misses inside. 2-0. Standing on deck is Will Smith. Then you get the left-hander, Max Muncy. The 2-0. Right there, curveball for a strike. 2-1. Two-one from Bummer. Curveball just missed outside. For Bummer to be effective, he really needs for that pitch to hit. It was a neighborhood pitch, but it was definitely a little touch off the plate. But he either needs that pitch to hit or he needs to get that wide call. The 3-1. 91 up top. Sinker. Just grabbed the top of the zone. Full count. Braves trail at 5-1. That's the bad news. Good news is long time to go. We're just here in the 4th inning. And Sasaki's had a really long wait there on the bench, so he might come out a little rusty by the time he finally does come out of the dugout. The payoff pitch. Swing, chops it foul. Down the third base side. Full count. Pitch on the way. Swing. Corkscrews it down the first base side, and Bummer fumbles it. And Freddie Freeman takes a wide turn. Terrible throw by Bummer. What the hell was that? He throws it well over the head of Smurf, and that's going to be a run. It's 6-1. Aaron Bummer. Oof. The ball kicks away. By the time he grabs it, he just kind of sailed it. I mean, I don't know what he was doing there. Freddie was heading back to third base. If he just holds on to the ball, no one goes anywhere. But he decided to chuck it to Smurf, and it was about a foot high and wide away from Smurf, nowhere near him. So another runner on second. First pitch on the way, 92-mile-an-hour sinker. It's 1-0. I'll tell you one thing. You can put a little bit on the Braves brass tonight, because they had these guys sit around for 4 hours in a rain delay when they could have just called this a doubleheader tomorrow. And you can't put that all on them, but that really does. I mean, you talk about guys sitting around wanting to know if they're even going to play, and just the lack of leadership that it showed. When you're talking about starting the game at 10:30 at night, you should just punt it to the next day. The 2-0 pitch to Smith misses. 3-0. 3-0 count. Bummer. 92 at the knees. 3-1. Lefty-righty matchup. The 3-1. Swing. Rifles it into right field. Hard hit ball for a base hit. Here comes Hernandez around. Ball's going to be cut off by Olsen, and it's 7-1. So just nightmare inning for the Braves. Max Muncy will be the batter. First pitch, nowhere near the zone. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Bummer's yet to record an out. His 14th pitch of the night. Stands in. Pops it up. High into left field. Coming in. Making the catch is Verdugo, and that'll end the inning. Not for your Atlanta Braves. Cough 3 more up. It's 7-1. Dodgers.
Michigan, Ohio State feels like you're asking me to pick which one of your kids is my favorite, and I just can't, because I don't like any of your kids.
Camden Yards is where the Baltimore Orioles play their home games. The ballpark was actually built very close to where Babe Ruth was born. In fact, Ruth's father allegedly owned a pub exactly where center field is today.
Lager, the beer that brought the forest down. I drive an exotic imported sports car. I eat exotic foreign food like frankfurters and pizza. But when it comes to numbing my mind, I'm a patriot. I drink the beer that brought the forest down. I'm a lager man. And hey, it's happy hour somewhere. Lager brings out the patriot in you.
Hey babe.
Yeah.
I decided that tonight I'm gonna skip out on Tuesday night football and take you on a date.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
We can go get sushi or something.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Yay! Actually?
Yeah. I figured I'd put a break on football for a little bit, just because I feel like we watch it a lot.
It's a game where the emphasis during the course of it is put on a single individual. Fly ball goes out towards the left fielder, and he has this moment of what's going to happen. Fred Snodgrass, who was one of the great players for the Giants back in the old days, and I think it was in 1912 he missed a fly ball which lost the Giants the World Series. When he died, this enormously successful man at the age of 83 or something like that, a banker in California or whatever, Fred Snodgrass dies, muffed fly ball in 1912. I mean, this, and despite his success, despite his joys or grandchildren and so forth, there was this one stigma that was attached to him for the rest of his life. So it does indeed have to do with, you better catch that fly ball out in left field or you're marked forever.
First pitch to Ozzy's out of the zone for a ball. Down and in, it's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. 1-0, 93 misses high. And outside, ball 2-0. Two-0 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. That ball's belted high and deep. And she is gone. The Braves are back on the board. A solo shot, his 5th of the season. Plants it just below the chop house.
I'm the whiz, I'm the whiz. I'm the whiz and nobody beats me.
368 happy feet. The Atlanta Braves put one back on the board. It's 7-2 Atlanta. Atlanta trails. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris. Swing, jam shot, well behind that. Couldn't catch up with the fastball. He'll hit a lazy fly ball down the line. F7 in your scorecard. What a way. One down. Eli White, the batter. Righty, here's the pitch. Four-seam fastball down and away, 1-0. One-0 count. 95 at the knees. 2-0. The 2-0 from Sasaki, 94 high and inside. Swing and a miss, 2-1. The 2-1. 95 misses. Ball 3, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing! That ball slapped into right field. That is through for a base hit. And the Book of Eli continues to put together good at-bats. Good piece of hitting by Eli. That'll bring Nick Allen to the plate. First pitch to Nick is a slider up top. Misses well high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. 94. Outer edge. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing. Slider. Fouls it away. 1-2. Runner at first. One down. The pitch. Swing! That ball's hit down the left field line. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Here comes the Book of Eli flying around third. He will be safe! Coming home, and the Braves have cut it to a 4-run lead with an RBI double just in the nick of time. Nick Allen. He smoked that ball down the left field line. Talked about it in the last inning that Sasaki sat on that bench for quite some time. You thought he might come out a little rusty. He's already given up 2 runs. In fact, the only person who he's gotten out is Michael Harris, who swung at a bad pitch. He would have been a little more selective on his on the pitch that he swings at. We might have 3 on the board and nobody out. But instead you got 2 in. It's 7-3. Braves trail. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Still a long way to go. And that'll bring the top of the order back up. It's Alex Verdugo. This will be the 3rd time through the order. They just had a quick powwow on the mound. We'll change your view so you can see a little better if the plate comes to the plate. First pitch on the way is a bender down and in. Slider misses. It's 1-0. And once again, remember, this is 3rd time through the lineup, and he has just a 3-pitch pitch selection. So these professional hitters is 1-0, 95 right down the pipe, 1-1. Where you see a guy, when he has just to select 3 pitches, better chance you have of success that 3rd time through the lineup. Usually the batting average jumps exponentially. The 1-1 pitch is swung on, banged over to short. It's going to be an easy 6-3 put out. Allen will run down to 3rd. He'll be 90 feet away, but there are 2 outs now. Good play by Mookie Betts. Hard hit ball, but he stayed with it. The 2 down runner at 3rd. And Austin Riley, he could cut this to a 3-run game. First pitch, that ball hits him. That gets him in the elbow pad. Thankfully, he wears padding there, and he'll head on down to 1st. So runners at the corners and 2 outs, and Marcell Ozuna could change this game with 1 swing. Talk about a guy who's had a couple of strikeouts, has been scuffling this week as the left-hander Joe Banda warms up in the Dodger bullpen. He's their long man. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at the splitter, well over the top. It's 0-1. Marcel 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The 0-1. Swing! That ball's lifted high into left field, but got way too much underneath it. It'll die in the glove of the left fielder Conforto, and that'll end the inning. But not before your Atlanta Braves put a couple on the board. We're back in it. It's 7-3. We go to the top of 5.
Can I have the keys?
No! You're out of my will! You're out of my will! That's right. We'll see who croaks first.
Here are some baseball facts that you might not have known. Herman Long was a shortstop who played at the turn of the 20th century who set a record in 1889. The record he set was the most errors in a single season with 122, which he accomplished in just 136 games. For reference, the most errors by a player in 2021 was only 24.
LeBron James playing at the level he's playing this year already. I mean, it is unbelievable.
I gotta remember to record this, man.
Yeah, you're not editing nothing. You don't got that talent right now.
Armchair.
The 1912 World Series was a fiercely fought contest, on and off the field. Fans followed the action by telegraph and on scoreboards mounted in saloons and city squares all across the country.
When I was 13 years old, I got a job posting scores in an old-fashioned corner saloon at 85th Street and 1st Avenue. At World Series time, a complete play-by-play came over the ticker, and the management had me stand on a platform and read the tape in a loud voice. This was 1912, remember? The Giants and the Red Sox. And the saloon was jammed to overflowing with hundreds inside and out, eagerly following each game's progress.
No individual, whether player, manager, owner, critic, or spectator, who went through the 1912 World Series will ever forget it. There never was another like it. From the lofty perch of the bleacher right, it was a series crammed with thrills and gulps, cheers and gasps, dejection and wild exultation, recrimination and adoration, excuse and condemnation. Spalding died.
Welcome back. First pitch from Aaron Bummer. Danny Paez is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Curveball just grabs the outer edge. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Good curveball. 1-2. Dodgers 7, Braves 3. The 1-2. Swing. Drags it over to short. Allen's got to hurry, but he'll get him. It's a 6-3 put out on the hustling Paez down the line. 1 away. One down. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Conforto's 91-mile-an-hour sinker right there up top for a strike. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 on the night. A fielder's choice and a ground out. Collected an RBI, batting 149 on the year. The 0-1. 91 at the knees. It's 0-2. Bummer trying to keep the lead right where it is, give the Braves a chance to kind of peck back into this. The 0-2. Sweeper misses, 1-2. Braves trailed 7-1, scored 2 in the last frame. One was a home run by Ozzie Albies. The 1-2. Caught, looking strike 3. Sweeper on the inner cut. 2 down. I would think Sasaki's night is darn near through. They may give him a chance to get the win, but he was really on the ropes last inning. They had the left-hander Banda warming up in the bullpen. And Olsen leads us off, the left-hander. So you would think Banda's going to start it off, but you never know. First pitch on the way to Chris Taylor. Right there for a strike after he chops it foul to 1-1. The Dodgers, in their own right, they've got a long stretch too. They're on a 10-game road trip, so as the 0-1 is swung on, banged over to third. Will it stay fair? It will. Riley will scoop it, fired across the diamond. That is a beautiful play by Austin Riley as it skipped on the bag, and he still threw a bullet to first. We'll be back in a flash, Braves country.
So here's what I think you should do. You should write letters to all of the people in your life who have wronged you, but who you don't want to have in your life anymore, and then throw them in the fire and burn them. Okay, but what do I do with the letter?
What would you say is your #1 holiday film that you have to watch every year?
My favorite holiday film, you know what? It's got to be Elf. Because once again, Jon Favreau, I don't know if I'm saying it right, and Will Ferrell just knocking it out the park.
Could have said your own movie.
Do I have a Christmas movie? Which one is mine? Oh, The Holiday! Obviously The Holiday. Nancy Meyers, genius. Let's do this.
We're baseball players. I'm gonna buy a brand new wood bat, take one swing, and it's gonna snap.
We're baseball players. I spend more time warming up than I actually do playing catch.
We're baseball players. We're all addicted to caffeine.
We're baseball players. I'm gonna overthrow you in catch play and say, that's my bad. But in reality, don't care.
We're baseball players. We wear Oakleys everywhere we go because how are you gonna know I'm raw at baseball? We're baseball players. I'm gonna go down looking on 3 pitches, and when the dugout asks how the pitcher was, I'm gonna say he sucks. We're baseball players. I'm gonna bring a fresh bag of seeds to the game, and they're gonna be gone by the end.
We're baseball players. We're gonna reference the movie Benchwarmers anytime we get a chance.
What are you doing?
Eating day-old donuts. My friend Terrence, he's the manager. He leaves them out back for me.
Why?
It's called eating your feelings, ass bag. Mom's gonna walk into the bus till I'm 40, all right?
If you ever want to break into Randy Johnson's house, you might want to think again. When being interviewed about gun violence in 1995, Johnson was quoted as saying, "I don't own a gun, but I keep a bag of baseballs near our bed. If someone breaks in, they better be wearing a batting helmet because I'm going to throw at their head."
For over half a century, I've had to live with the fact that I dropped a ball in a World Series. Oh yes, you're the guy that dropped that fly ball, aren't you? And for years and years, whenever I'd be introduced to somebody, they'd start saying something and then stop, you know. Afraid of hurting my feelings.
John McGraw felt so bad for his center fielder that he raised Snodgrass's salary $1,000.
Welcome back. Matt Olson, your batter. First pitch on the way is a slider down and in. Sasaki is back out there. It's 1-0. Sasaki thrown 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks. 1-0. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep into center field, going back on the track, making the catch just before the wall for a loud out. Number 1 is Andy Paez. And he just missed that one. 1 down. Sean Murphy, the batter. He's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a fielder's choice. Be a good time for Smurf to lay into one, wouldn't it? First pitch on the way to Smurf. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Kind of a half-hearted swing. It's 0-1. Kind of like dragged the bat through the zone but didn't really put a full swing on it. Not sure what that was about. The 0-1 inside. He's really been missing with that bender inside. Hit Riley with one of them. Came very close to the other right-handers. 1-1. Turns, kicks, fires. Swing, pops it up. High. Out of play. It's 1-2. Angels have outlasted the Tigers 5-2. That's the final. Hit you out of town scoreboard here in 1 second. Mets and Cardinals, they were rained out. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. The 1-2 to Smurf. Swing, that ball's ripped over to third. Muncy has it. He'll flip it over to first. 5-3 put out. Looked like he had caught it, but I think he threw it over there just for good measure. So we'll call it an L5. Take another look at it. Yeah, he did catch it off the bat. He was flipping it over there just in case. Rare instance, Max Muncy's played a pretty good third base tonight. Ozzie Albies, who belted one his last time up, first pitch. Splitter. Right there, just above the knees. It's 0-1. 7-3 your score. Sasaki at 92 pitches. The 0-1. Splitter misses. 1-1. Tend to think this is the last inning for Sasaki, and they'll turn it over to the bullpen. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 96. Blew it right by him. 1-2. It was a hanging slider that Ozzie Albies took yard. He may not see that pitch again. The 1-2. Splitter in the dirt. 2-2. If you're playing along with the guessing game there with Ozzie Albies, you got to figure it's got to be splitter or fastball. That slider, he grooved it. The 2-2. Pitch on the way. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, high and out of the zone. Full count. So a full count to the whiz. Sasaki kicks and brings it. Swing, rattles it foul. Four-seam fastball. Michael Harris II looms on deck. Love to see Ozzie just extend this inning, give Harris another chance, another look at Sasaki. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. Got that fastball like we thought. High in the sky, jam shot, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3, the Atlanta Braves go in order. We head to the 6th. Shohei Ohtani due up when we return.
This a message to everybody who lives in my head rent-free. I'm gonna need some rent. I know it's hard out here for everybody, but I am gonna need that rent plus a $500 deposit. I know, but I'm gonna need that ASAP, like by the 1st, or you got to kick rocks. But as you know, it's very spacious, you know what I'm saying? No pet fee, and I'm gonna have somebody come and look at all those loose screws.
What can I say? I guess you're on to me. You said you'd take a bullet for me. You'd never take a bullet for me. Probably not. No one ever takes a bullet. It's just something people say that they don't mean, like, how was your day? Or, we'll stop if it hurts.
Here are some baseball facts you might not have known. When the Dodgers beat the Giants in the 2021 NLDS, it was Max Scherzer who closed out the game. Because the score was 2-1, Scherzer was credited with a save. It was the very first save of Scherzer's 16-year-long professional career. In 1980, the legendary Willie Mays was actually banned from baseball. Commissioner Bowie Kuhn learned that Mays had taken a job at a casino and was concerned that he would gamble, even though he only worked there as a greeter. The ban didn't last long and was reversed 5 years later in 1985.
If you have to pick up something heavy, don't ask for any help. Throw your back out. Be a man.
In 1912, Boston fans had both a championship and a bright new ballpark to boast about. It was there they had beaten the New York Giants, and fans were convinced it had brought them good luck. Built in a marshy area called the Fens, the park's most prominent features included a badly sloping left field that was called Duffy's Cliff because Red Sox left fielder Duffy Lewis had learned to play it so well. The left field wall was just 320 feet from home plate and was very friendly to right-handed hitters and very damaging to the windows of store owners across the street.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way to Shohei Ohtani. Aaron Bummer is right inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Good to see you, Nathaniel, the 1-0. Sinker down and away. 2-0. Nathaniel said he thought the game was canceled. I think the Braves thought so too. Definitely Schwellenbach. They probably had to wake him up out of a dead sleep. He looked like it. The 2-0. 91 right down the pipe. 2-1. Braves trail 7-3. The 2-1 from Bummer. Right there, P at the knees, sinker. 2-2. Two count. Smurf sets up on the outside. Caught, looking strike three. Sinker. Got him up top, one away. Bummer's at 29 pitches. I would think they're going to try to get a full inning out of him as Mookie comes to the plate and the left-handed Freddie Freeman stands on deck. First pitch on the way, 92, right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Oh, excuse me, 1-0. I called that a ball. 1-0. Swing, fouls it back, sinker. Out and away. 1-1. I'll tell you what, I really dislike the Fox coverage. Probably more than anybody's because they don't even have the little box on the screen. They got that faded nonsense. And if this game was a little earlier as the 1-1, right there on the outer edge for a strike, it's 1-2, you would just be peppered with dugout interviews all night long like they do. I think because it's a later game they haven't done it. The 1-2, misses high. Did he go around? They check down the first base umpire. Ryan Addington says no dice. 2-2 count. Smurf sets up inside. Here's the pitch. Swing, comebacker, right to Bummer. Good play by Bummer. He'll flip it underhanded to Olsen. And it's 1-3 on the putout, 2 down. The Braves don't come back tonight, we will be 0-5 on the year versus the Dodgers. And it'll all be up to Bryce Elder to right the ship tomorrow night. First pitch on the way to Freddie Freeman. To swing and a miss strike at a pitch well out of the zone. It's 0-1. The 0-1 slaps it down the third base side. Riley backhands it and can't get the grip, comes out of his glove. So it'll be most likely an infield single for Freddie. That was going to be a tough play. I think Riley probably gets him, but you can't assume that play. Freddie, big smile on his face, he heads back to first, looking over at Riley, doing the phew. Basically saying that was close. They're going to go get right-hander out of the pen, so Bummer's night is done. Looks like it'll be De Los Santos to throw a few. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Mac McGee.
And I, we're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
it is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help,
Braves Country Radio.
and it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
To join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help? There's room on our team for you.
First pitch on the way from De Los Santos to Hernandez. There's a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. De Los Santos, 4.72 ERA. Righty, pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 97. 0-2. He had a couple of shaky outings at the very beginning, but all in all, you got to be happy with what De Los Santos has brought to the Braves' depth in the front end of the bullpen. As the 0-2, swing and a miss, strike three. Good pitch by Annual, and that'll end the inning. Braves keep it 7-3. Hey, we get it across midfield. We might go for it on fourth down when we return.
So here's what I think you should do. You should
There
write
are
letters.
some girls that can manage time and some girls that can manage money. I'm neither of those girls because I'm going to be late and broke.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic ball of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
Where's the scissors? I gotta give this thing some flav. What are you doing? Crew necks are for squares and Mormons. Oh, cute. Should we do mine? I don't know. If you have no car, why open the garage?
Here are some baseball facts you might not have known. Hall of Famer Jim Palmer is arguably the best Orioles pitcher ever. He had the most wins in the 70s and was remarkably good at limiting homers. Over his 19-year career in the league, Palmer never gave up a grand slam or allowed back-to-back home runs. The legendary Derek Jeter holds a pretty impressive record. He's played the most games at one defensive position without ever playing another, with 2,674 games at shortstop.
There's something in its intimacy, there's something in that incredible greenness, there's something in the peculiarity of the way that the outfield wall follows its meandering path from right to left. There's something about the way that it fits so tightly and neatly into the city, not surrounded by endless acres of ballparks. And there's something about the fact that it has been the site of so much baseball sorrow, has gone down there, that you can compare it to a Civil War battlefield. It is a vale of tears.
Welcome back. Yeah, Westbury, I've got a lot of minor league baseball hats. I'll tell you why that is. First pitch on the way from Banda, right there for a strike. Michael Harris is second, it's 0-1. So I've been in the restaurant business for years and did a lot of front of the house stuff as the 0-1 and the dirt 1-1. And if you wore your local college or pro football team or whatever, you usually just get smack talk left and right, but if you wear a minor league baseball hat, it's usually a good conversation piece. And the loud ones are the ones that I really liked. Is the one misses off the plate, 2-1. And the one that I had that says Flying Squirrels, those letters are so big. I mean, they look like a billboard sitting on top of a hat. And so anything like that, I'm a sucker for. The 2-1, chopped foul. 2-2. Harris, the batter, lefty Banda on the bump. Eli and Allen are on deck, so 2 right-handers. The 2-2 from Banda. Swing and a miss. Good night, Irene. He swung the pitch about a foot off the plate and away. Went away. One down. Banda has like a neon green glove that he's rocking tonight. First pitch on the way is down and in for ball. It's 1-0. Very reminiscent of the green sleeves that Michael Harris likes to wear. I bet he'll be trying to find out where Banda got that glove for 1-0. Swing, that ball's lifted into right field, coming in, making the running catch. F9 your scorecard, 2 down. Teoscar Hernandez with the play. F9 in your scorecard. Two down, and Nick Allen will be your batter. First pitch swinging, 95 miles an hour. Sizzle is back to the backstop. It's 0-1. Nick Allen had an RBI double his last time up. The 0-1 swing. Smacks the sinker, fouling out of play. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Standing on deck is Alex Verdugo. The 0-2 swing, chopper. Right back to the mound. Bad throw, but Freddie will make the play, step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3. The Braves are down in order. We go to the top of the 7th here in Braves country.
Question for ladies. Who do you talk to when you're not okay?
Myself. That's probably why I'm not okay.
Mike Mussina is a Hall of Famer. On top of being an elite player, he was also very intelligent. He graduated from Stanford with a degree in economics and was almost the valedictorian of his high school. According to some reports, Mussina lowered his grades a little in order to avoid giving a commencement speech.
Look, you gotta get it through your head. It's not coming back to you.
What?
Because you slept with someone else!
Yeah, like a month ago! God!
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
It's not about how many times you fall down. It's about how many times you get up.
That's not how a field sobriety test works, sir.
There is no greater optimist in baseball than President Charles Hercules Ebbets of the Brooklyn Club. For 30 years, he's been in baseball, and all that time he has had confidence in the Brooklyn fan. Through many seasons of losses and disappointments, he has carried the Trolley Dodgers, losing money year after year, when those about him lost faith in the game as a paying proposition. But the confidence of Mr. Ebbets has never been shaken. He believed years ago, as he does today, that Brooklyn is a major league city and that it would support a good team. New York Times.
De Los Santos will go back to work. Number 5 hitter Will Smith, first pitch swinging, fouls a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Back out of play, it's 0-1. It'll be Will Smith, Max Muncy, and Andy Paez due up. The Braves will have the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 7th. The 0-1, down and away, 1-1. So if we're going to make a comeback, you'd think that's where the best opportunity would be. 1-1 count. De Los Santos, swing and a miss. Slider, 1-2. Same two teams back at it tomorrow night. It's going to be a tough one. Dustin May, who the Braves have not hit well against, versus Bryce Elder, who has not done well against the Dodgers. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Then we welcome in the Cincinnati Reds for a 4-game set. 3 at Pittsburgh, and then 4 more at home against Washington. The 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2. So not counting this series, 8 of the next 11 games are at Truist Park. And all 3 series are against teams that are not expected to be in the playoffs. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it into right field. Coming over, making the running catch is Eli White. Good play. What a way. When you look at that, that's why it'd be so critical, even if you just get 1 win against the Dodgers, because you could set yourself up on that track on the next 11 games after the Dodgers series to really right the ship and get well above 500. Max Muncy, the batter, first pitch. Slider inside. Misses. They check down the line, but third base umpire Will Little says that he held. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there on the outer edge. 1-1. 1-1 count. We traded Freddie. That's a good one. The 1-1 misses outside. 2-1. The 2-1 count. Yeah, and the Angels, man, what were they doing trading Shohei Ohtani? And what were the Red Sox doing trading Mookie Betts? The 2-1 swing, blasts it down the right field line. Good night, Irene. That ball was drilled just foul. 2-2. The 2-2 swing, fouls it away. He's in a better place. Yeah, I mean, I know Freddie's not with Atlanta anymore, but he didn't die. The 2-2 pitch on the way, down and away, full count. So a full count to Muncy. Paez stands on deck. De Los Santos brings it. Swing, chops it foul. I think I'm going to start saying that. Every time we lose a guy to free agency, I'll say, he's in a better place now. I'm just going to treat him like he died. Just payoff pitch. Once again, here he comes. Swing, rattles it back, foul. Braves trail by 4, top of the 7th. Once again, the payoff pitch from De Los Santos. Right there at the knees, didn't get the call. Man, that is a tough break. That pitch looked like it hit the black. So Muncy gets the benefit of the doubt for whatever reason. He'll head down to first with one out. First pitch on the way to Paez. The slider off the plate. 1-0. Paez 0 for 3. Fly out, strikeout, ground out. Swing. Lifted into left field. Drifting back with ease, making the catch is Verdugo for a long fly out. 2 down. Two away, and Michael Conforto will be the batter. Conforto's 0 for 3. First pitch to Conforto. Swing, pops it back foul, 97 miles an hour. It's 0-1. The 0-1. De Los Santos kicks and fires. 98 just misses the outer edge. 1-0. I've been earmarking that Cincinnati series. I don't know if it'll be the beginning of it, but I think sometime in that Cincinnati series we see Kimbrel come back up from the minors. The 1-1 change up, swing, ball gets away, swing and a miss strike. It's 1-2. Runner at first will stay put. I don't think they would wait. If they do, then we won't see him until the Washington series, which starts on the 12th, because there's no real reason to bring him up in the middle of the Pittsburgh series when it's just a 3-game set. 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Down and in, change up. 2-2. The thing about Kimbrel, though, when you bring him up, when you finally bring him up, you got to make sure that he's ready, because you can't send him down. And then it really narrows who you can send down. Is the 2-2. Swing, chops it foul off the plate. We'll do it again. Willis is drinking coffee at 12:30. I know why I'm doing it, Willis. Why in the world are you doing it? On a Saturday night, man, I'd have me a cold one if I wasn't doing this. The 2-2. Caught looking strike 3. 97 right down the pipe. That'll end the inning. Get up and stretch, Braves country. We got to score ourselves a touchdown or more. Welcome back. You got a 1-1 count to Alex Verdugo, lefty-lefty matchup. 94-mile-an-hour changeup misses down and away, 2-1. 2-1 count. Top of the order due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Braves trail by only 4. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. That ball slapped over towards short. Mookie Betts has it. Flips it over to Freddie Freeman. It's a 6-3 putout. One away. That'll bring Austin Riley to the plate. And I think that'll be it for Banda. He was just out there to get the left-hander. They do not trust him with Riley and Ozuna coming up. So that'll be it for him. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. On this date, 1954, the Philadelphia Phillies and St. Louis Cardinals set a major league record by using 42 players in one contest, including future Hall of Famer Richie Ashburn, Robin Roberts, and Stan Musial. Philadelphia wins the 11-inning contest at Busch Stadium 14-10, collecting 3 singles, a double, and 2 bases on ball in the final frame. On this date, 1963, the first reported use of the familiar phrase, "Let's go Mets," is heard at the Polo Grounds in the bottom of the 9th during a rout by San Francisco. Trailing by 13 runs and down to their last out with the bases empty, the rallying cry begins to be chanted by some of the New Breed fans, an affectionate name given to the National League expansion team fan base. And on this date in 1968, the Simon and Garfunkel tune, Mrs. Robinson, debuts on Billboard's Top 40 survey. The song's lyrics include a memorable question for the Yankees' former center fielder, "Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? A nation turns its lonely eyes to you." And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Kirby Yates is the pitcher. We saw him last night, the ex-Atlanta Brave. First pitch, swing. Four-seam fastball, fouls it out of play. Austin Riley, your batter, standing on deck Ozuna. If anybody can get on, Matt Olson. Braves trail 7-3. Bottom of the 7th, the 0-1. Just below the knees. 1-0. One count. 86 splitter. Right there on the outer edge. 1-2. One, 2 from Yates. Comes set and fires. Swing, rattles it foul. Off the mask of home plate umpire Ryan Wills. One, 2 count. Brings it. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. Austin Riley, first at bat, a swinging bunt down the third base line. 1-2, swing and a miss, blew it right by him. 2 away. That'll bring Marcell Ozuna to the plate. He's been slumping. Ozuna 0 for 3 Seen his batting average drop about 60 points in the past week or so. He's on an 0 for tear. I think he had one hit in the Colorado series, but that's been about it. Ozuna 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Has not batted since the 4th inning. First pitch, swing and a miss. Splitter, nowhere near it. It's 0-1. You don't see him get on many slumps like this. Not in recent years, but as he go ones in the dirt. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 4-seam fastball right down Main Street. You can tell he's struggling when he misses that pitch. I mean, that is his pitch. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Braves scored 2 in the 4th to make it a 7-3 game. That's the last bit of scoring we've seen in this game, the 2-2. Swing, that ball's lifted down the left field line. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Marcell Ozuna has himself a 2-out double. Maybe that'll help him get off the schneid here, get rolling in the right direction. Put a good swing on that one and swatted it down the left field line. That'll bring Matt Olson to the plate. Matt Olson went yard last night. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Splitter. Outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. 86 below the knee, Splitter. 2-0. 2-0 count. That home run last night was off of Kirby Yates. It was a sinker. It's the 2-0. Right there, 4-seam fastball, 2-1. I'd love to see him get a hold of one here. Cut the lead in half. The 2-1. 87 Splitter misses. Ball 3-1. Sean Murphy stands on deck. The 3-1 to Olson. Digging in from the left side. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, Splitter. Over the top of that one. That had some good break to it, full count. That dropped off the table right before it got to the plate. So a payoff pitch here to Olson. Swing, that ball's lifted into left field, going back, making the catch at the warning track is Conforto, and that'll end the inning. Braves threaten to score but can't get them across. We'll head to the 8th, trailing by 4.
This guy asked me on a date, and then he never got back to me. It's been a day.
He moved on, probably with someone better, if I had to take a guess.
Yeah, sorry, that sounds pretty good. You're probably just out with the old in with the new.
Are you serious?
Probably prettier than you too.
Oh my god.
You look like a giant turd right now.
Michael Conforto's mother is an Olympic gold medalist. Tracy Ruiz Conforto was a synchronized swimmer in the 80s and won 2 gold medals in the Olympics along with a silver medal. Tracy was inducted into the International Swimming Hall of Fame in 1993, the same year that Michael Conforto was born.
If you were a bird, where would you fly? I'd fly to my favorite place, the DMV. We haven't heard a peep out of you.
If I was a bird, I'd fly into a ceiling fan.
Over the years, Brooklyn would be represented by many teams with many names. The Atlantics and Excelsiors, the Bridegrooms, Bushwicks and Superbas, the Tip Tops, after the baker of Tip Top bread who owned them for a time, the Robins, after their manager Wilbert Robinson, the Trolley Dodgers, and finally, just the Dodger.
The story of the Brooklyn Dodgers is a story of one of the 5 boroughs in New York. Brooklyn was an independent city to itself until 1898. It was one of the great cities. It was a city with a population bigger than Chicago. But because of the subway, because of the bridges, because of the water and electric facilities, the state forced Brooklyn into the city of New York in 1898. And Brooklyn didn't want to be in the city of New York. New York had the tall buildings and this, that, and the other, and the railroad stations and Broadway. Brooklyn was just... well, they call it the bedroom of New York. But the one thing that they had in Brooklyn was a baseball club called the Dodgers. And the whole borough of Brooklyn centered its love and attention on the Dodgers and used the Dodgers against the tall buildings of Manhattan.
Eighth inning we go. Scott Blewett comes in to face Taylor, Ohtani, and Mookie Betts. First pitch on the way, misses high and inside. It's 1-0. Scotty B with a 1.88 ERA this year. 1-0. Fist back a foul. Out of play, 1-1. Tall right-hander. 15 1/3 innings so far. 1-1. 93. Did he go around? He did not. 2-1. 2-1 count. Scotty B lifts his red glove. Good slider, smacks the outer edge. 2-2. Braves and Dodgers tomorrow night, 7:10 first pitch. We'll come on the air about 6:30. Get your set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves, the 2-2. Swing. Fouls it in and out of the glove. No? All right, I guess that was a strike 3. I thought he fouled it out of his glove, but I guess Smurf just dropped it. And Taylor headed back to the dugout, gave himself up, went away. I don't think he realized Smurf had dropped it till he had already turned and headed back to the dugout. Shohei Ohtani stands in. I think this is everybody's worst nightmare when we first got this guy. Scott Blewett versus Shohei Ohtani. First pitch on the way is right there. Strike on the outer cut. It's 0-1. Ohtani with already 1 home run tonight, the 0-1. Outside wide. Liked it a lot better when Ohtani was hitting home runs for the Angels against the Braves. It was usually much more manageable to come back and win that game. 1-1 count. Splitter nowhere near the zone, off the edge. 2-1. The 2-1. Slider. Well inside and down. Ball 3, 3-1. Standing on deck is Mookie Betts. With 3-1 from Scotty B. Smurf sets up outside, nowhere near the zone, ball 4. So he'll head down to first. The 5-pitch walk. We'll set the screen up so you can see if he takes off running. Dodgers scored 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Braves scored 1 in the second to tie it up, and then 2 in the fourth to make it 7-3. We've been scoreless ever since. First pitch, 94-mile-an-hour fastball outside to Mookie Betts. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Misses down. 2-0. Two-0 count. Smurf's heading to the dugout again to get an equipment check. Braves trail at 7-3. We are back to the action as Scott B brings it. Slider misses. Ball 3, 3-0. The 3-0, 94 misses wide, ball 4. So Betts will head down to first on a 4-pitch walk. Now Freddie Freeman comes to the plate. First and second, 1 out. Double play would get you out of this, but he's built himself quite the mess. The first pitch on the way, 93 misses inside. 1-0. That's 8 balls in a row. 1-0. Swing, fouls it back. 1-1 count. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch on the way. Slider misses. 2-1. They are not getting the benefit of the doubt of the late night 3.5-hour rain delay calls. Brian Wills is pinching him back there. He must have taken the over. The 2-1. 94 misses. 3-1. That one was right there at the top of the zone. He is not giving any leeway. 3-1 count to Freddie Freeman. They set up outside, swing blasted. High and deep. I think it's 10-3. It is. Walk that many guys and put one on the tee for Freddie Freeman. You're gonna pay. A 3-run shot, now up by a touchdown. That was right down Main Street. They were set up on the outside. That pitch was dead center. It's a good 15, 20 feet over the center field wall, dead center. First pitch on the way to Hernandez. It's a low strike out of the zone. It's 0-1. I guarantee you Smurf and Blewett are like, where the hell was that a couple of batters ago? The 0-1 swung on, dragged over to short. It's going to be a 6-3 put out, 2 away. He was pinching him every bit of the way on the last 3 batters. The first pitch that he throws to Hernandez is easily 2 to 3 inches below the knees, and he calls it a strike. Will Smith digs in. First pitch on the way, 92 at the knees. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. 93 rattles it back foul, 0-2. Middle of the order will be due up for the Braves when they come back to bat. In the bottom of the 8th, the 0-2. Caught looking, strike 3. That one was high and inside. So he pinches everybody until he gives up a 3-run home run. I'm telling you, Ryan Will's home plate umpire took the over. We'll be back in a flash.
So explain to me why I found naked pictures of other women on the computer.
Because you're nosy?
At Fenway Park, there is a lone red seat in the right field bleachers. The seat signifies the longest home run ever hit in the ballpark. The home run was hit by Ted Williams in 1946 and was officially measured at 502 feet.
No, I'm good.
Stop talking. You're rambling.
I'm sorry.
Okay, just get to the point.
No, I'm gonna. I'm just saying I wasn't selling that kid drugs, dude. That's messed up.
Then what were you doing?
Dude, I wasn't even selling them drugs. I was buying it from him. That's support an entrepreneur. That's not bad. All right, I would not sell drugs to a kid, but I'll buy a kid's drug. That's taking drugs from the kids. I'm taking drugs out of the kids' hands and giving them supporting an entrepreneur, dude.
You're talking about like it's a lemonade stand.
No, that's what I said. I was like, dude, you should be slick selling lemonade too. You get the dry mouth, then you come back for lemonade, you're doubling up.
I've made more money than I ever expected to, but I'm putting all of it, and more too, into the new plant for the Brooklyn fans. Of course, it's one thing to have a fine ball club and win a pennant, but to my mind, there's something more important than that about a ball club. I believe the fans should be taken care of. A club should provide a suitable home for its patrons. This home should be in a location that's healthy, it should be safe, and it should be convenient. Charles Hercules Ebbets.
My father used to talk about the building of Ebbets Field. He was 11 years old when they started building Ebbets Field, and he somehow remembered what the hopes were for that whole area of Brooklyn, because he lived right near there, that they would have their own stadium nearby. And he said he used to go by every day and watch another piece of it being put together. So when he first took me there, it was like showing me something that was part of his own history, not just a stadium somewhere else.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Sean Murphy's a check swing. Foul down the right field line. It's 0-1. Alex Vesia is the new left-handed pitcher coming in. The 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. Lefty-righty matchup. It's really random. I wonder if it's because the day is flipped over, but you notice the sky in the background is now, looks like it's a day game. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, the 1-1. Swing, fouls it back. 1-2. That's pretty damn funny. I got a feeling that's got something to do with it. 1-2 count. Bright high sky here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Partly cloudy skies as the 1-2 pitch. Inside. Slider misses, 2-2. 2-2 to Smurf. Vesia looks in and brings it. Swing, fouls it back. Really is humorous that they got the sun high in the sky now because it's flipped over to the next day. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it high into right field. Drifting back, make the easy play right before the warning track for a long fly ball out. F9 your scorecard. Away. That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate from the right side this time. He hit a home run from the left side, his 5th of the year. Way back in the 4th inning. Lefty, righty. First pitch. Slider right down the pipe. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, rips it into left field. A one hopper, a hard hit ball. And Ozzie Albies will be on with 1 on, 1 out. Lefty, lefty, Michael Harris, your batter. First pitch on the way. Swing, pops it up. Giving another at bat away. Easy, lazy fly ball into left field. Calling fair catch for it in left field is Conforto. 2 down. I'm telling you, every time they put him up at the top of the order, when they bring him back down, he struggles. Still a young player, still developing, and when you mess with his mindset like that, yo-yoing him up and down in the order for no apparent reason. As Eli White comes to the plate, first pitch, 81 mile an hour. Changeup grabs the edge, wide strike. That's an 8th inning, 7-run game strike. It's a 1-1. The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. Ozzie Albies at first. Infield is back and to the left. So a huge hole on the right side as they hold the runner. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider over the top, 1-2. One-two count. Swing, rattles it back, foul. We'll do it again. If you're watching the game at home, following along, there's an error on the screen they just put up there. Dodgers have 1 World Series title. Not since just 2017, but since 1988. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. That bubble ship will never count in my book. Two count. Vesia comes set, brings it. Swing, hits it, back up the middle. He's going to have to hurry, but Betts will get Eli by about a step, 6-3 on the putout. That'll end the inning. Braves come up empty. Once again, we go to the 9th, trailing 10-3.
Evening, sir. Where are you heading this late at night?
I was on my way to a lecture about alcohol and its effects on the human body and smoking and staying out late at night.
Who gives a lecture about that this late at night?
My wife.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
So, Dad, I think she's the one. I'm gonna marry her.
Tell me you're sorry.
Wait, what? What?
Tell me you're sorry.
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm not saying sorry.
Hey, until you can say you're sorry for no reason at all, you're not ready.
Why is baseball, you ask? Because it is like charity. It never faileth. It is always there except on wet grounds. And to the man who is too old to keep up with the attempt to civilize football, and too young to need so soothing a sedative as golf, who works hard when he works, who wants to rest hard when he rests, who wants a drama that is as full of surprises for the actors as it is for the audience, who wants a race that cannot be fixed like a horse race, who is so genuine and American that he wants something to kick about without meaning it, and something to yell about that everyone around him will think more of him for yelling about. To that man, baseball is the one great lifesaver in the good old summertime.
Welcome back. We head to the ninth inning. I would assume Scott Blewett's going to go back out there for another inning just to eat some pitches off the board. No, it's going to be eyeglasses. Well, you know, that makes sense. You're trailing by 7. Go ahead and put your closer out there. First pitch on the way. He misses high and inside. It's 1-0. The 1-0. 88 misses. 2-0. 2-0 count. Kicks and fires. 94 just grabs the outer edge. 2-1 count to Max Muncy here in the top of the ninth inning. Pitch, swing, lifted into left field. Should be an easy play. Caught by Verdugo. One away. That'll bring Andy Paez to the plate. Paez rips the first pitch he sees down the third base line. Just foul. It's over. 0-1. Right there for a strike. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Changeup got him. 2 down. Two down, and Michael Conforto, who's 0 for 4, will stand in. First pitch. Misses. Inside, 1-0. What did y'all do to Envy to get her so fired up she has been talking to y'all this whole time? The 1-0. Fouls it. 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss. Changeup. Outer edge. That's a good drifting changeup by Eyeglasses. 1-2. Still find it. I know you got to get these guys work, but I find it odd to bring him in this game at this time of night, when you've got 18 consecutive games on the way. Is the 1-2 caught looking strike three, that'll end the inning. There's going to come a time where you're hosting the Reds all this week where you're going to wish you had an extra outing by Eyeglasses. Nick Allen will lead us off as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning.
Today we are discussing crazy stats from Jamie Moyer's career. Over his career, he had 33 complete games and 10 shutouts. He is the last pitcher to log a shutout in 4 different decades. His last shutout was with the Phillies on May 7, 2010. With that shutout, he became the oldest pitcher to record a complete game shutout, a record that still stands. One not-so-great record that he holds is most home runs allowed in Major League history. Over his 25-year career, he allowed 522 home runs. When he had retired in 2012, he had faced 8.9% of Major League Baseball hitters ever. By the time he retired, about 19,000 different hitters had played in the majors, and he had faced roughly 1,700 of them. He pitched in 50 different ballparks. He was selected to his first and only All-Star game in 2003 at the age of 40. He never threw much harder than 82 or 83 miles per hour, according to Fangraphs. His changeups were clocked in the mid-60s during his career. One player described his changeup as throwing feathers. You don't think the ball can stay in the air that long. When he made his debut, the Major League minimum was $60,000. Alex Rodriguez made more than that every time he stepped up to the plate from 2001 to the end of his career.
Baseball suits the character of this democratic nation. Democracy is government by persuasion. That means it requires patience. That means it involves a lot of compromise. Democracy is the slow politics of the half-loaf. Baseball is the game of the long season, where small, incremental differences decide who wins and who loses particular games, series, seasons. In baseball, you know going to the ballpark that the chances are you may win, but you also may lose. There's no certainty, no given. You know when a season starts that the best team is going to get beaten a third of the time. The worst team's going to win a third of the time. The argument, over 162 games, that middle third. So it's a game that you can't like if winning's everything. And democracy's that way too.
Hai-Sung Kim is going to come in to play defense for the Dodgers. It's his Major League debut. He's another one they signed on the cheap. Coming over, overseas free agency. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen. He's up top. I'm going to call that a high inside strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Luis Garcia, the pitcher, comes in with a 4.2 ERA. The 0-1. 97 down. Sinker misses. 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. That sweeper's going to miss outside wide. Ball 2-1. Tomorrow night, 7:10 first pitch. We'll have the final game of this series for the season. Mercifully, it'll be over as the pitch on the way. 2-1, fouled away, 2-2. We don't have to see these jokers again until October. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Sweeper got him, down and away. Strikeout number one for Garcia. One down here in the ninth. Alex Verdugo will stand in. You know, he still hasn't hit a home run for the Braves. First pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away. 97. Jam shot down the track. It's 0-1. Verdugo 0 for 4 tonight. He's now batting .288. Remember, he was .350 coming into this series. The 0-1 swing lifts it into center field. Now to get down for a base hit. So Dr. Doogie gets a 1-out single. And what the hell?
What's going on? Blood pressure's coming up. The pulse is getting stronger. Get the OR ready. We've got a live one going and we want him to stay that way.
Down 10-3, but we'll still play the clip for Dr. Doogie. Austin Riley, the batter. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, chops it foul. It's 0-1. Don't go anywhere. One swing could turn this into a 5-run game. Marcell Ozuna stands on deck. In the hole, if they can keep the line going, it would be Matt Olson. The 0-1. Garcia brings it. Swing, pops it back foul. Sweeper. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Garcia kicks and fires. Swing. That ball's lifted into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. So maybe we'll get a little damage going here. If nothing else, maybe we'll put a charge into them and make them use their bullpen.
Blue, you're my boy!
Keep that line moving and make them have to get someone up in the bullpen they didn't want to use. That could affect tomorrow night's game. And though Elder's not pitched well against the Dodgers or teams like the Dodgers, like the Padres and whatnot, he's pitched well his last couple of times out, so you never know what tomorrow night could bring. First pitch on the way is the 97 sinker. Just grabs the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Ozuna 1 for 4. He hit one down the line his last time up. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at the sweeper off the edge. 0-2. Matt Olson stands on deck. The 0-2. Garcia lifts his leg and brings it. Sweeper down and away. 1-2. One-two count. The pitch. 97. Woo! It just missed the edge, and with 2 strikes in the 9th inning, I'm a little surprised Wills didn't give it to him. It was off the plate, but just barely. I think it froze Marcell, too. He didn't even flinch. The 2-2. Sweeper down and away. Ball 3-2. So full count now. Olson on deck. Here on your Sunday morning service, Braves country. The 3-2. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it one more time. Full count. 2 on. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. Back foul. Just got underneath that one. That's one of those hanging sweepers that when Ozuna's going right, he plows that thing. Just to tick off. Garcia, about to throw his 18th pitch of the inning, brings it. in the dirt, ball 4. So, bases are juiced. Ducks all over the pond. And the ice house will come to the plate. Wouldn't this be something? First pitch. 86 splitter right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Matt Olson 2 for 4 tonight, a double and 4 RBI. Double and an RBI, excuse me. The 0-1 in the dirt. One and one. They were flashing up his stats with the bases loaded this season. I misread that. It's 1:30 in the morning. My eyes are no longer working. The 1-1. Sweeper right there. Good pitch, good sneaky pitch by Garcia. 1-2. Someone was asking about if Olson had a torpedo bat. He does not have one. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. He could have used a freaking canoe to swing at that. He wouldn't have hit that pitch. So Braves are down to the last out, and that'll bring Sean Murphy to the plate. Smurf standing in. Big old loafer. He's 0 for 4. First pitch. Down and away. It's 1-0. On deck is Ozzie Albies. He's been the offensive star of the night. He's 3 for 4. A home run and an RBI and 2 runs scored. The 1-0. Swing pops it up. Over towards the first base side and giving chase. It'll slap into the seats. 1-1. One count. Garcia comes set, kicks and fires. 97, shoved it right down his throat. It's 1-2. So Murph down to his last strike. The 1-2. Fans are clapping. I think it's just to get the game over with. Caught looking, strike 3. Smurf sucked tonight. 0 for 5. Good night, Irene, son. And they got you in the middle of the order. That was his second time struck out looking. He's 0 for 5. His batting average will fall to .217, and the Braves lose 10-3. Back to the drawing board. There's nothing you can do about this game but throw it out, burn it. Schwellenbach was terrible. The batters weren't much better. We got really bad defensive plays, including the just dumbfounding throw by Aaron Bummer over Smurf's head. And the Braves have dropped 5 of 5 to the Dodgers. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one, Braves country.